Welcome to my channel, everyone. It's a new dawn today, so let's get started. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of cleanup in the morning along with some vacuuming. This isn't my always everyday morning routine. It does change, but this kind of gives you a little glimpse into what I do in the morning. This day was a big laundry day of sheets, blankets, and more. But first, let's clean off these washing and drying machines. When removing the pillowcases from my decorative pillows, I had decided to put most of the pillows on top of the washing machine. It soon made me realize though that I needed a little cleaner space to work in because there was a lot of laundry I had to get through. I only put the scent beads in with the sheets and towels. I don't usually add them to clothing like my laundry. And I prefer to use white distilled vinegar when washing my clothes as well. But that's just my preference. And this is me thinking, ugh, I better fix that, but later. My morning usually consists of getting my son up, giving him something to eat and drink in the morning, preparing my mother's meds and getting her up, and then cleaning up the kitchen a bit. If I have time, I try to vacuum. However, if I don't, I then just sweep up the crumbs. Minimally, I try my very best. I'm not always the best at it, but I do try. This day was a good day for dishes. It was pretty easy to unload and I only had a few to put into the dishwasher. Some days there's a lot more dishes. I have a dirty side of the sink and a clean side of the sink. Before putting my son down for bed, I try to make sure that there aren't any dirty dishes inside the dirty part of the sink and everything's in the clean side at least. Doesn't always happen, but still, it's better than nothing. I try to run the dishwasher only at night, so I start it right before we put my son down. The other thing I try to do is declutter and clean off my countertops before I go upstairs for the night. It helps set the morning right for me. It's been pretty good for my own mental health. Here's what I typically do in the morning. I prepare my coffee and my mom's coffee, and then I get her food together. I do my coffee first so that I have time to drink it. I try drinking while I'm preparing everything and taking care of everything in the morning. Sometimes I forget though, and that's okay. I do change up what I give to her every morning, and it usually does contain some sort of protein that she can eat. I sometimes add whipped cream to the top of my coffees in the morning. And for the holidays, I've actually been doing the peppermint one and the pumpkin one. The peppermint one is really good though. I do recommend it. These egg bowls are a really good option from my mom. They do contain 2 whole eggs, so it's a pretty good fresh option for her. This was the morning that I had decided to clean up the mess on top of the washer and dryer. I do have an organized system in here, and that's constantly evolving as well. So I thought this morning would be a good way to just kind of get it done and get it out of the way. That light bulb I just showed you is pretty cool. You can use the light as an actual light bulb in any of your lighting fixtures, and use it as a little flashlight when your power goes out. It has a little thing that goes on the bottom that you click a button to turn it on. We have 2 of these. One is always plugged in inside the lighting fixture inside the playroom, and they have worked out really well for us whenever we needed them. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. These bins contain my son's clothes for the season that we're in. We found that it was much easier to get him dressed in the morning if everything was right here and easy accessible. Sometimes it was just too much to go upstairs, grab what you need, and then get back downstairs. Our mornings are quite busy, so this works out better for us, indeed. These are the rest of the blankets and pillowcases I gotta wash. And what's left in here is my mom and my son's grandmother's stuff. Her sheets are being washed, her blankets in there being dried, and her blankets are being washed. I won't show her room just for privacy's sake. Yeah, but that's getting done, so we're almost done. Almost all the sheets. My son's sheets are the only ones we don't have duplicates of. So those ones I do have to make him watch, which is actually kind of forces me to do the sheets. Trying to start new habits, so I guess it's an early New Year's resolution, even before December. I don't know, we'll see. This footage is actually from November. I think it was even before Thanksgiving. It took me that long to edit it and try to get it out. I really was focusing on getting all the Christmas videos out because, December and Christmas. And so this was one of the ones that I had to finish editing before I could even think about doing anything else. But I still wanted to release it because I was super proud of all the hard work I did this day. This was the last video I edited for 2023, literally after Christmas, like it's way after Christmas at this point. For those of you who have not seen my earlier videos during December, hi, my name is Sheena. I do a little of everything here, from decorating to cleaning and taking care of life. I'm very new to this, but also very excited for this journey, so please forgive me for any hiccups along the way. Please stay and follow along. I don't have any set schedule right now, however my goal is to do one video per week, at least, minimally. With at least 3 videos per month. I think that's a really good goal that I can set for myself. How was your New Year's this year? We mostly just spent it inside, relaxing, and honestly, I slept through it. I sometimes do. Look at me go, vacuuming up that rug. Honestly, vacuuming can be really exhausting. I have a big house to vacuum and it can get kind of overwhelming for me. I try to break things up, but even that can be too much sometimes. But I do try. I keep a vacuum downstairs, one upstairs, and I do have a Roomba. I should probably utilize her more. She's been sitting there collecting dust. I have a tendency to want to do everything at once. So when I vacuum, I want to vacuum all over, including the upstairs. And I think that's what makes me so exhausted. I can't recall how many loads of laundry I had this day. It was at least 3 pairs of sheets, those blankets that go with them, as well as my table linen. Who else has children that still wear sleep sacks? The sleep sacks were really key in getting him sleep trained. And actually, the only reason why we moved him out of his crib was because he is so tall. I just knew one day he was gonna climb out and hurt himself. But he hadn't done that yet. He was in there about 2.5 years old, which I guess is a good age. Plus the fact that he became very interested in beds. He wanted his own bed, you could tell. And here we have my son's bed. His sheets are all washed, all made up and everything. We washed the little blanket, the pillowcase, sleep sack, and all that stuff. And here's our bed, all done up, made. Now don't be fooled. This was a lot of laundry, and I still have more to put inside these washing and drying machines. But yeah. And there it is, a very productive morning/afternoon. Thank you for coming along with me. Have a good year, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!